Ain't nobody gave a damn about anything that happened in this episode. Y'all ain't did nothing but sat and tried to clock everything y'all done seen up in Wendy's house. They had them cameras all up in Wendy's house. And Wendy said, come on out here. Come on out to this patio, girl. Stacey said, I gotta use the bathroom. She said, what for? You gotta use the bathroom for what? Step away from the merchandise. Bring that ass on out here. They done showed the camera crew with the booms and every damn thing. She said, no, you will not. No, y'all not. All right, y'all. So this episode was a filler episode, of course. Of course, the episode I showed up for happened to be the filler one. We pretty much pick up where they left off on the first episode. So they're still hazing Stacey. And I just want to say, y'all are not going to see the gates of heaven for what y'all are doing to Stacey. That woman's breath can't be that bad. Come on now. Do she have halitosis? What is going on with your breath, Stacey, that everybody and their mom, shit, even Cookie, even Karen's friend that got up here and talked about your breath? Is it that bad, girl? I feel like if it's that bad, you should be well aware of the fact that it is bad. You up here on Bravo, you'd have been on what, HGTV or whatever it's called. You'd have been up on the television, like you have been in the entertainment world. Nobody told you your breath stunk until you got on this show. I refuse to believe that. So I don't know what is going on with Miss Stacey, but I need you to get that together because that is not cute. So Keiarna, because we picked up on this at the beginning, so let me just get this out the way. Do you really have an issue with Wendy? I feel like you kind of reaching for a moment. And that's how I felt on that first episode that I didn't really get a chance to recap. I feel like Kay is pretty much throwing things to the wall and trying to see what sticks. Because you're an honorary housewife. Let's just call a thing a thing. You didn't really have a peach. I feel like Bravo was trying to settle and trying not to get sued and, trying to keep it cute. So they was like, here you go. We'll get you a peach. Like, don't sue us. We got a peach for you, girl. You know you want to be on the TV. So I feel like she knows it, and she know that clock is ticking. They probably said, all right, girl, we got 2 to 3 seasons for you, and you do your thing, have your moment. And she is just throwing whatever, because Stacey even called it out on the first episode. She's like, girl, you was quiet as hell on the first season. Now all of a sudden you got all this mouth. Where did that come from? What you got going on? What's tea? This chair is a little squeaky, so I'm sorry if y'all hear that. Yeah, she like, what's tea, girl? Cause you ain't have all this mouth on the first season. So, girl, I know your time about to be up. Don't use me as no damn target, bitch. I don't know who you think you are. And she's like, all you want to do is fight. Every time I see you, that's all you do is fight. And Kay's like, oh, girl, I know how to fight. So if I wanted to fight, I could fight. Okay, it didn't even give all of that. Like, don't get up here acting like Mia, Kay. Because you seen what happened to Mia. Now, if you want to be next behind Mia, then keep it up. We don't do that here. This is not Love and Hip Hop, girl. You're an honorary housewife. So keep it cute. They don't play that shit on Bravo. That's how we got here in the first place. Okay. But yeah, all right. So let's move on past that. So Wendy and Stacey sit down at her house. And I was glad that Wendy at least tried to have a little sit down with Stacey, because I do feel like y'all are picking on Stacey. And I feel like y'all are picking on Stacey because y'all know how Stacey is. Stacey is an easy target. Stacey is not finna sit here and read y'all down. Well, no, Stacey do be reading, but it's a different type of read. Her reads aren't vicious. She got that cute little classy little, her reads are reads because of how Stacey is. Stacey is real proper, real bougie, and real hi, I'm Stacey. So, it's like when you in high school and like the nerd finally like snaps and starts calling people bitches and saying, fuck you, bitch, I'll fuck you. Like, it's like that. It's like when that nerd just, they start cussing or something, or you see them hitting some weed or something, and you like, oh, snap. Susan smokes weed. Susan be cussing. Yeah, Susan. That's how it is when it comes to Stacey. She don't read, but she reads because, you know, she's proper, and she's bougie, and she's astute, and she talks like, I am Stacey. So yeah, y'all know Stacey ain't finna come at y'all a certain way. And that's why Angel even said when she was talking to her man, he like, is they hazing you? And she essentially was like, they know better than that. They know not to come for my ass, because I'm gonna come for their ass right back. Y'all be knowing who to try. Y'all be knowing who to try. And I feel like that's why y'all going so hard on Stacey, because y'all going real hard. Even though they did try to warn her last season at the end when they, you know, was catching her up in that lie about TJ. And that was another thing I wanted to touch on since I didn't get to do the other one. In my mind, I was like, Stacey did not pay that man. Cause I'm like, Stacey, if you was gonna pay somebody, you could have found somebody better than TJ. TJ, corny as hell. And TJ was alright. I mean, TJ, I'm not gonna call the man ugly, but if I'm paying you, like, you need to be fine. But then her husband came and got on this screen, and I said, bitch, maybe you did pay TJ, because compared to your husband, I said, oh, bitch, TJ is Tyson Beckford, bitch. Compared to that husband, oh, TJ is just, because that husband was. So I said, oh, she might have paid TJ. I was trying not to believe it because I like Stacey, but I'm like, girl, if that's what you was going home to and that's what you getting back with, bitch, you might have paid that man. You might need to get that man his money. So yeah, she meeting up with Wendy. Wendy trying to, you know, let's get off on a good foot. I know they tearing your ass up, girl, so let me try to, you know, throw you a bone here. And what do Stacey do? Stacey is Stacey. Because Wendy's like, oh, girls, you getting engaged. Like, what's up with this ring? And I see this bling on your face. You want to file a claim, girl? Let me stop. Wendy. But yeah, see, I done lost my train of thought. She's like, yeah, girls, you getting engaged. I see this ring. I see this bling on your finger. And she's like, actually, I'm back with my husband. I'm getting back with my husband. It's, Wendy is just looking like, bitch, I know you fucking lied. Like, after we went through all of this about this divorce, and the girls is even like coming at you now, like, we don't think you divorced, we think you lying about that too. So she's like, it's mighty convenient how now we done went through all of this TJ shit, and we done went through all of this about this divorce and whatnot, and now all of a sudden you conveniently right back with your husband. Now that these cameras is back up, now that we filming and shit, you mean to tell me all of a sudden you back talking to your husband? Wendy kind of like me, because I feel like Wendy was trying to like see the good and be like, girl, we know you lying, but we don't want it to be true. We trying to help you out here. We trying to, you know, find some type of redemption arc that we can give you. And she you can see she just kind of gave up just mid-sentence, like, girl, I pulled together this whole scene. They not even supposed to be in my house, girl. Travelers Insurance is watching this right now. I didn't jeopardize my whole freedom to try to give you a scene and throw you a bone. And you want to sit here and tell me that you are back talking to Frankenstein, girl? Wake up. Like, what is going on with you? You want to be Kenya Moore in the early seasons of Real Housewives so bad. Like, you want to have you a Walter and Kenya moment so bad, girl. Let it go. I don't know why you don't do what everybody else does and just bring your gay best friend up here. The same little gay queen that you brought up here that was talking to Ashley and them at the party, telling them to leave you the fuck alone. You could have brought that queen up here. That could have been your little +1. That's what everybody else do. Don't nobody got no man. Outside of a few people on this show, Gizelle don't got no man. Ashley, please. So yeah, girl, you didn't even need to have you a man. So I don't know what y'all be getting up here lying for. Like, we don't give a damn if you got a man or not, girl. You just make yourself look worse sitting there trying to act like you got one when you really don't. So yeah, Wendy was trying, but at the end of the day, she was like, it's not 1 + 1 is not 2. It's looking more like 5, 6, 7 when it comes to you, girl. And so we see a lot more of the new girls on this episode, and Angel even says it. She's like, you done had this little second bloom party, and I don't feel like y'all really was giving us our little camera time or really trying to introduce us. So we're going to make a point to introduce ourselves. This is going to be our episode. All y'all hoes get in line. And so we see Tia. Tia's like, I grew up very, very rich. And, I was the cream of the crop. The crop of the creme, the cream of the crop. And she's like, her husband from Chicago, he grew up in the hood. He grew up poor. He grew up with no money. And I was rich and hip and cherry-o, bitch. And now here we are. And I said, oh, we in for a time. Because I said, yo, kids was sent here to humble that ass. Because that daughter is sassy. Oh, that daughter, I know her daughter be getting her together. Because I said, oh, them kids was sent here to humble your ass. Because I can see it all up in that daughter. And her husband, is it me or do he look like Brittany Edie's man? Without all the weirdness and all the awkwardness. He reminded me of Brittany Edie, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But yeah, so we meet up with her. Gizelle's coming over. Oh, Gizelle was making her rounds. They was putting her ass to work on this episode. Yeah, so she went to see Tia. They bonded over the fact that they both have twins. Bless it. Cause you got twins and you still had more kids voluntarily? Oh, that's a bad B right there, cause yeah, them two bond over having children and whatnot, and we get a little introduction, a little background on her or whatever, and then we go over to Ashley and her sister, and her sister is like, what's tea? What's going on with you and Jack Harlow? And her sister low-key called him ugly. She basically called him a basic bitch. She said he a basic bitch and he ugly. And I said, well, he not the finest of the bunch. I hate that hair. He be looking like he stuck his finger in an electrical socket and it just went zzz, like. But compared to Michael, I said, girl, have you seen Michael? Have you seen some of the people that Ashley be talking to? Have you seen this person that she was kissing on Love Hotel? I said, girl, you have a type, don't you? Y'all don't have no room to talk about Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow do Tyson Beckford compared to the people that Ashley was dating too. So y'all really don't have no room to talk. So I was a little taken aback by that. It must be because he's not the most attractive and he don't have the coins. I feel like Michael and all them was ugly as hell, but they had the coins. So that must have been what she was referring to, because they did zoom down on his shoes. It was giving some, Ross dress for less. But I like that about Jack Harlow. And I think he is sent here to also humble Ashley, because Ashley, you didn't have the coins. That was Michael's coins. Well, now you got the coins thanks to Michael, but girl, you didn't just grow up wealthy and just, go out here and start some Fortune 500 company. If it wasn't for Michael and you dating all these old, ugly, rich white men, you wouldn't be living all rich and fabulous like you are now either. So again, y'all want to talk. So yeah, I like Jack for her because humble that ass. Bring that ass back down to reality. This is the real world, girl. And you live out there in DC where it is expensive as the fuck. So yeah, don't nobody got time to be trying to impress you with Gucci shoes and all of this other bullshit. No, this is real life. And this is why niggas is going to jail and why niggas is scheming and doing insurance frauds and all of that because y'all be so busy trying to keep up. No, this is real life. The economy is trash. The United States is fucking broke itself. Like, do you know how much in debt the United States government is? The shit ain't even out. This government is shut down, girl. So yeah, ain't nobody out here trying to impress your ass. Get your ass up in this car and let's go. Shit. Telling him what type of sheets he need on his bed and whatnot. Girl. We meet up then with Gizelle. They send her around. They say, girl, you ain't got no storylines, so you better use up some of this damn gas and go introduce these ladies. So they have her go over to Kay's new apartment. Her apartment's cute. And basically, she on her little high horse, you know, let me tell you about Wendy and the situation with Wendy. And a couple days ago, we was talking about it, and Angel called herself trying to defend Wendy because she said, well, are you sure everything was okay with the kids? Didn't she say, you know, she was feeling away or didn't know if she was going or whatnot because her kids were sick? And Kay called herself, don't be over there defending Wendy. You supposed to be my friend. Okay, that's valid. I don't feel like she was going too hard, you know, taking up for Wendy. I feel like she, you know, just raised a simple, valid point. But I get it. Shit, that's your friend. And y'all go back. It don't matter. You supposed to have my side. So that's fair. I ain't even gonna come at her for that. But what I will come at her for, though, is her trying to sit up here and put a little sauce on it. She tried to add a little razzle dazzle, talking about some, oh, I chin checked her. Oh, because you know, I ain't one for the bullshit. I'm gonna call the bullshit out when I see the bullshit. I chin checked her. I told her. She said, I told her. Don't be sitting there defending Wendy, bitch. You my friend. You better defend me. I chin checked that ass. She done did all that. All that just to sit here and walk the shit back when she got called out on that. Acting like she didn't remember saying that. Then when she apologized to Angel, talking about something, oh, because Gizelle said that I said that I chin checked you. Girl, that is what you said. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so they have this, what is it called? A sound bath. You know, every housewife show. And this ain't no offense to the people that do sound bath and the people that's into, like, you know, doing the healing and meditating and all of those things. I found great value in all of those things. But it's just like every single show, they try to have this whole, let's come together and grab hands and kumbaya, and we're going to do the sound bath, and one person at a time gets to talk and hold the baton and nobody can interrupt, and we're gonna all pass the baton around to each other. Okay, it's my turn to talk. I have the baton. Okay, I have the baton. Ladies, we're not going to talk over each other. We're not going to talk loud. We're going to go one by one. And then we're going to sit here and we're going to stir the sound bath and stir up the sound bath and ding, ding, ding. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not offending anyone. But it's just, they do this on every single show. So it's like I can't help but to look at them crazy, because I be like, are y'all really invested in this, or is this some BS? Because I'm like, I don't feel like all of y'all are really into this or that y'all are really taking this seriously. Y'all are making a mockery of the people that are really into this whole, I don't want to be like Tia and call the holistic lady or the holistic stuff, but the people that take this seriously and that are really into the sound baths and the meditating, y'all be on some bullshit and y'all be making a mockery of it on these shows. Y'all don't be really doing this shit. Y'all do not be going there for no cleansing and no holistic shit. Y'all turn around and do the same shit as soon as y'all get in your cars. So miss me with all of these sound baths and all of this one person at a time. Everybody be talking at once anyway. Like, don't nobody be going one at a time any damn way. So we can just skip over all of this. Like, unless y'all finna take it seriously and really make a change, miss me with all of this kumbaya. Okay? Because it'd be a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, so they there doing that. And I just want to reiterate what I say again. Y'all are not going to see heaven. Because, girl, why did you have this jar of mints just casually sitting out? Now, Angel, we just met you, but I know that jar of mints was not already there in your house. You went out and purchased these mints to have you a little kiki, a little shady mom. You knew what you was doing with that jar of mints, girl. That jar of mints was not there 5 hours ago prior to this being filmed. I'm not trying to hear that. You cannot tell me no differently. I caught it, girl, what you was trying to do. And then Gizelle messy talking about, does she have a mints? And then Wendy in the background talking about, it smacked me in the face when we was at Ashley's event. I'm just like, oh my goodness, Stacey. And then Ashley messy ass had the nerve to pull her aside. Well, not even pull her aside. She said it in front of everybody. She said, your breath be a little hot. So please, have a mint. Have a couple, have several actually. And Stacey better than me because she said, well, you know, they have been hazing me these past couple of days, so if the worst problem is my breath stinking, then I will have a mint, I suppose. Girl, I would have been, bitch, it would have been like Game of Thrones up in that bitch, like I was one of them dragons, just, you wouldn't have been able to tell me nothing, okay? Don't let me find no fire effect, because I'm telling y'all, breath to knock the damn phone over. Thanks a lot, Stacey. I was on a roll here. I'm gonna start over and edit this shit together. But yeah, so, let's see. Gizelle, let's get back to Gizelle clocking in. Okay, I'm coming around to Gizelle. Say what y'all want about Gizelle, but Gizelle is necessary to the show. No, Gizelle don't have shit to talk about. No, she don't have shit going on in her own world. No, she don't bring nothing to the show in terms of herself. Gizelle is just there to stir, baby. Gizelle is there to do just that, and she does a hell of a job. I gotta give it to her. There's been a lot of people that try to be pot stirrers. Sheree, what did they call her, the bone carrier or something, the bone collector? Whitney on Salt Lake. There's a lot of people, Carly Red on Love and Hip Hop, but Gizelle, she does a hell of a job of doing it. So I am starting to come around more so to Gizelle. She's like, oh, are you and Wendy, Kay? What's going on with you and Wendy? Are y'all cool now? And Wendy's like, girl, I'm paying it. She want to have a moment. She a little honorary housewife. She want to have her little moment and try to make it with me. And girl, I got other shit going on. I have other shit to do. I have 6 degrees, okay? I don't have time to be going back and forth with little Miss Honorary Housewife. And so Gizelle was like, all right, bitch, say less. And she said, well, let me move on over here to Angel. She said, Angel, girl, are you and Kay okay? And Angel was like, Why wouldn't we be? Like, that's my sister. That's my girl. Like, of course we are. And so they move forward, they move on and try to act like nothing happened. And then Wendy circles back around to it and she's like, so yeah, let me get the heat off of me since Miss K wanna use me. Nope. Angel, girl, I know you heard what Gizelle said earlier. Do you and Kay have a problem? Are y'all okay? What's tea? Cause she didn't just say that for no reason. What's going on? And Gizelle says, yeah, you told me that you chin checked her. And Kay is like, me? I said that? It was very, who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Yes, you bitch. You said that. And so, she's like, oh no, friends don't chin check each other. And Angel's just standing there looking all delusional. Oh, she would never say that about me. I don't believe that. And meanwhile, Gizelle is like, are you sure? Because that's what she told me. She told me that she chin checked you, girl. She said you tried her. And she said, know your role. Okay. She said she got you together. She packed you up and got you up out of here. And Kay is just still standing. Oh, well, if I did say that, you know. And Gizelle was like, no, 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 no. You did. You said that you chin checked her. And she's like, oh, well, you know, Angel, I'm sorry because Gizelle is saying that I said. Girl, okay, see, this is why you honorary. This is why you honorary. Because you can't even keep up with what you doing and the little stunts and shows that you pulling. You tried to put a little sauce on it, and then you backed up into a corner. A real housewife is going to buck up. And yes, I did say that I chin checked you. Girl, I love you, but I did because you tried me. Bitch, you supposed to be my friend. And you over here defending Wendy's. And she would have said that right in front of Wendy. She would have got Wendy riled up and she would have name dropped both of them. Yep, because I was talking about how Wendy is a fake ass friend and how she be over there trying to act all fraudulent when she be out in public at her speaking engagements. Like she don't know us up on this show. She want to bring her ass up on this show. But then when she get in front of all her little smart friends, she want to act like she don't know me. Girl, do you want to be a reality star or do you want to speak down at the White House? That's what a real housewife would have done. She would have called out both of their asses and had both of them just in the corner going back and forth because she would have stood on it. Yep. I chin checked you, girl, because you was over here defending her fake ass. And what about it? Not back down and put their tail in between their legs. So sounds like you need to know your role, Kay. We meet with Cookie, and she gave me very much Cookie Lion, so that name is very fitting. Cookie is Karen's friend, and she gives us the tea about Karen being in jail. She said Karen is doing just fine. The girls love her. Ain't nobody trying her. She in there exercising and she reading books. And she said, that's all the tea I got for you. Gizelle kept trying to just pull out all the tea, and Miss Cookie was not having that. See, that's a real friend, because she made sure she was like, I'm not, I ain't giving you too much. I'll give y'all a little bit. I know y'all still got film for y'all little show and whatnot, so I'll give you a little piece, but girl, I'm not giving you too much, because that's my friend in real life. I fucks with her. I don't fuck with y'all. I don't fuck with you. So she like, not too much. But Chris Samuels happens to be texting her, which was random, because if Monique wasn't going to come back, like, where did this even fit? So I'm like, is this producer driven? This just a coincidence? Chris Samuels happens to be texting you. That was so random. Cause I'm like, girl, we know Monique's supposed to be coming back on the show. So if Monique was never to be coming back, would you be sitting here talking about Chris Samuels? Where did that even come from? This was a setup. So miss me with that. There's no coincidences on reality TV. We know that all too well. And so coincidentally, Chris happens to text her, and then Ashley brings out that, oh, my friend happened to give me some tea about Chris. Girl, Stacey been trying to talk to Chris Samuels. And I just said, see, now they ain't never lied when they said birds of a feather flock together, because girl, what type of friends do you have? Why do your friends know all of this lady's business? They know Stacey's business more than Stacey know her business. Messy ass friends. And you know Ashley messy as hell. So yeah, it's given. Don't tell none of your business to Ashley or none of her friends, because all of the DMV area is finna know all of your tea, because that's all we have heard these past 2 episodes. My friends told me, a source told me, like, damn girl, your friend's messy. But yeah, so this was the soft launch of Monique coming back and us finding, you know, out some stuff about Chris Samuels and what he got going on since their divorce or since they left the show and whatnot. So I want to say I'm looking forward to Monique coming back, because I loved Monique. I'm sure most of us did. I can probably speak for everybody when I say we did, but Monique be acting real brand new, and I don't like it. I don't like how she does this whole, I don't want to be on reality TV. I don't need this. So I'm booked and I'm busy. I don't need none of this. I don't need no show. I'm too good for this. I got my 4 homes. Meanwhile, where you be? Right up on reality TV. If it was all of that, you would have never been on Potomac in the first place. Then you went and did Love and Marriage. Now you back on Potomac. So, girl, it's given that you do like to be on reality TV. I don't want to get my hopes up just yet. So we'll see what she gives first before I start getting excited. And so, yeah, that is essentially what happened on tonight's episode. So please be sure to like this recap. Please be sure to leave some comments if you would like. Go watch some of my other videos that I have posted. And please also subscribe, y'all. I have been exhausted. I have had, when I tell you, quite a few weeks. It has taken me a lot to try to put up this recap and the last Wendy and Eddie video I did. So please be sure to show it some love, please. But thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your nights. Until next time, my name is Dewan Ryan. Peace.